Greg Tepper, Dave Campbell's Texas Football and TexasFootball.com here at the THSCA Coaching School and Convention in San Antonio, here with our annual State of the Vipers address with the head coach of the Vandegrift Vipers. It's Coach Drew Sanders.
Go Vipers.
Boy, we've been doing this. This has got to be like the 6th time we've done this.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Probably since we've been in 6A, I think. We've been
absolutely, at least then. I mean, I just remember essentially like every year it's like put on your schedule. It's like, Drew Sanders is going to stop by and we'll whip him for 10 minutes. Okay, let's go back to 2021, which I have to imagine is a good topic for you. I mean, a run to the regional finals, and a really, I would say, not that you guys haven't had great years before, but a real breakout year for your program at the 6A level. I'm interested now that we've had time elapse. When you look back on that 2021 season, how do you assess what you guys were able to do?
It's great to be able to make it to the 4th round in the 6A. I mean, that's the thing that people that haven't coached in every A is different, but I've coached in 4A all the way to 6A, and it's like once you get to the playoffs, it's a whole nother animal. The depth of people's O-lines and D-lines, and then I'd say everybody has at least 2 Division I guys on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, it's very difficult to advance. So I'm pleased to be able to get to 4th round. That's the 2nd year in a row we've been able to do that. And so I'm pleased with that. And, that's 4 years in a row we've had double-digit wins. So, that's hard to do in 6A. Really, any A.
You're talking about 10-plus wins 4 years in a row. That's a class that doesn't take long to call a roll. You know what I mean? It's impressive. There are programs where that would be enough and that everybody in the program would say, guys, mission accomplished, thumbs up. Do you get the feeling, do you get the vibe within the program that they are of the belief that there's another step to take and that they're not satisfied basically?
Yeah, for sure. We've got a great bunch of kids, starting with our quarterback, Braden, who I did his home visit the other day. We go into every one of our players' homes before the season, and was sitting with his parents, and he set a goal. He's like, I want to make it to the semifinals, and we'll reset the goal. I think our kids are realistic, but they also have big dreams, and they understand how hard it is. Everybody says state champ. It's hard to win a state title, so why don't we set for let's get to the 5th round as a 6A program, and then we'll kind of reset and go from there. And so I do think it's realistic, and I do think that people are wanting to go further.
Well, and you mentioned Braden Buchanan, and here's a guy who last year was just spectacular for you.
Yeah.
And coming back in his senior year, a guy who I think has really taken a step in his development. You're the guy, the film's impressive and the numbers are impressive, but you're the guy who sees him in the locker room, in the weight room, in the classroom. What is it about him that sets him apart? Because you've had good quarterbacks in the past.
I have.
And you've been blessed with good quarterbacks. Feels like you plucked another one off the tree.
Yeah, Braden. We've known Braden since he was in 8th grade. And he committed as a 9th grader to play college baseball at Baylor.
Yeah.
So we've known he was a special athlete the entire time. Played on varsity as a sophomore, as a fullback, and did whatever we needed him to do. I think Braden's improvement has been tremendous. I think he threw for 40 touchdowns or something crazy last year. His accuracy has gone off the charts, where when he doesn't throw a good pass, we're kind of like, is everything okay? And I'm not taking that for granted for sure, because we've had years where that hasn't been the case. He's been tremendous, but his leadership has been just next level. I've had great leaders before him. Drew Dawson's another guy that came through, and I think Drew lost 2 games his entire varsity career in 2 years, and so and then he just picked right back up as a great leader like Drew was, and on top of that, he's a really big kid, and so he can run the ball well, and so we're excited about using that, obviously, in key moments, key situations, because we've got to, make sure he's healthy too. But his leadership has taken next level.
Well, the other guy who's going to help with all that, especially, talk short yardage and keeping your boy clean, you've got an absolute war daddy up front in Ian Reed. This kid is he's a monster.
Yeah.
Like I flip on his tape and he's just picking people and throwing them across the field. It is a shocking film to put on sometimes. This guy's unbelievable.
Yeah. All the college coaches thought so too, He had everybody coming through. I've never been more popular in my life, as a coach. But he committed to Clemson, and so was going to play for Dabo, and that was kind of cool to get a text from Dabo. He was excited about him, so that was neat. But, Ian is 6'6", legit 6'6", legitimate over 300 pounds, and can move. He played basketball, and you're not going to believe this, but he plays rugby. His dad's a rugby coach.
Oh, my God.
He carries the ball. So can you imagine how many kids' lives he ends every Saturday when he carries the ball?
Now, okay, then that brings up another question. Short yardage back, Ian Reed.
You know what? I hope Ian is not watching this, because he would be like, yes, let's do it. So, you know what? We'll talk to Coach Mauser. He's pretty critical. We maybe have a trick play where we might throw him the ball, so we'll see what that looks like. And then we've got another – I don't know if you know this, but it happened pretty recently, but we got another tackle that's been offered Division I, a guy named Blake Frazier. Is just a junior. He just got offered by Michigan, Texas A&M, and a couple other schools. So he's 6'5", and about 270, and his dad played at Michigan. So we're excited. So our tackles will be as big as anybody in the state.
Yeah, you're in good shape there. Defensively, couple guys back who are really important to your defense. Over the course of last season, it felt like maybe up until you ran into one of the greatest high school football teams we've ever seen, the defense really led the way. How are we feeling about our defense heading into 2022?
Yeah, if I take out the Westlake game, which a lot of people would take that game out, we gave up about 12 points.
Not fair.
No. Westlake was a different level last year, and hats off to them.
Yeah.
And Coach Dodge, too. But we gave about 12, 13 points a game in the 6A realm. I think that's pretty impressive, or even more impressive. So we were pleased with our defensive development. We, we've got Alex Foster back, who was just going to be a junior. We've got Andrew Scott back, who was a safety that played really well for us, and will do a great job. We got Damian Wimberly back, who's picked up several offers, an SMU commit. So we're pleased with him. A kind of a hard worker kind of guy, Oliver Yendo, is back. And then we've got some key pieces. We'll have all three new linebackers in our broken stack we play, but they're all hitters, runners. We feel good about it. We think we got a good defensive tradition, so I hope these guys will step up and do it.
Finally, you are, as we've mentioned many times before, you're the winningest coach in Vandegrift history.
Yes. Thank you for bringing that up. Appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome for knowing that. You are the winningest coach in Vandegrift history. I want to know how the funding for the Drew Sanders statue is going. Is it going well? Do we need to get the word out more? Do we pass the hat?
I love this idea.
Pass the hat?
What's funny is, so I got 3 kiddos, and I got 2 older boys playing at UMHB. We talked about that. And then I've got a little girl who's going now. She's going to be a 9th grader. Well, when she was in about 4th grade, they were building a staircase, to make ingress, egress to the field better at Monroe Stadium. So we're out, and we're hanging out, and Sadie's like, what's that for? And she's about 4th or 5th grade, and I said it was for my statue. And a couple other coaches were right there with us, and so they immediately chipped right in. The bad part is, that's funny in itself. But the bad part is Sadie went to school bragging to her classmates about my statue.
My dad.
And then when she found out, that wasn't good. That wasn't true. So you know what? Maybe in 20 years, 30 years, who knows? Right now, unfortunately, maybe I should draw some plans up.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where I should probably start.
You get that, and then, because people have to visualize what they're giving to. You know what I mean?
I put it out to the school board. I put it out to my soup, and maybe I just send them an email with just
send me a plan. This is what I was thinking. Open to constructive criticism, stuff like that.
I like the idea. So I may send you what
I love it. I love it.
It'll be my rendering.
We'll get your rendering of that. Okay. So then overall, this is the end of the State of the Vipers address. Is it fair to say the State of the Vipers is strong?
It's strong. It is strong. We've got a bunch of guys coming up from we had actually all of our teams, one district are tied for district. So we got a lot of talent coming up, too. We're excited.
He's Drew Sanders, head coach, the winningest coach in Vandegrift history. Coach, appreciate your time, my friend.
Appreciate it.